Hey guys, just wanted to jump on before this next video gets started. First, just wanted to say sorry for the audio. For whatever reason, my mic wasn't picking up great for me out there. Just didn't seem to be connected well, but this one's just kind of a raw video, me out there hitting balls, talking you through what I'm working on, what I'm trying to do when I'm practicing. But I do have some notes included in there as well, so you'll be able to see that. Hope you guys enjoy it. This one, just a little bit of a practice session. Enjoy the video. All right, guys, just wanted to jump out here to almost a little bit of a follow-up video to what I've been working on, or what I'm trying to work on after the first course vlog that you guys saw. One of the things I noticed when I was out there reviewing that video is one of the first moves I've got going on right now is kind of inside out and then steep over the top. So first thing I want to work on is that takeaway, almost thinking about a little bit of a Justin Thomas type of a drill here, getting a little bit more out instead of straight inside. And then definitely steepness is an issue for me, so going to try to work on getting that a little bit more underneath and inside to out. So a couple of things I've been working on. Just wanted to take you through a few swings, a couple of shots here, and give you a little bit of a sneak peek into what I'm trying to work on here. A couple of drills as well that gives me a good feeling while I'm working on trying to implement a couple of changes here. First one for me is I like to, on these type, when I start getting more inside, it's almost like I'm letting my arms do the work instead of actually turning my shoulders. So one thing I want to work on is really feeling like I'm getting the elbows nice and tight and really turning my shoulders. That was one thing in the few holes that we played, is the chipping was pretty good, and I think when the shorter the shots, the less I'm actually using arm action or trying to feel like I'm using more arms. So chipping was pretty good, and something I want to keep in mind on my fuller swings is really focus on that shoulder turn and hitting shots that way, and definitely going to give myself a little bit more power as well. So that's one thing I'm going to be working on, is that shoulder turn, keeping those elbows nice and tight, trying to get them in on my chest and try to keep them as close together as well. And if I do sound a little bit short of breath, it's around 0 degrees here tonight, so it's a little bit chilly. Just wanted to give you guys something to watch while we still got a little bit of sunlight left here. All right, so first swing, gonna focus on getting it nice and tight, feeling like I'm taking it a little bit more outside, and just really working on that shoulder turn coming through. That felt okay. A short backswing, but that felt like a good turn. Felt like I was in a little bit tight there, so that one felt pretty good. A solid strike, even though the ball tried to run away from me a little bit there. So again here, one of the swing thoughts that in the past has helped me feel like has given me the shot shape I'm looking for, which normally I'm kind of leaning toward a fade, but I've also always had a pretty strong club face coming into the ground. So one thing that I struggle with is over the top. So I always, in the past, when I'm working on swing changes, almost feeling like I'm trying to hit a push fade, almost like a stinger, like I'm trying to get down into the ground, but making sure I'm going out with it. And when I do that, because I've got a strong face, it does allow me to hit the shot shape I'm looking for, which is pretty neutral, and then can even turn it over a little bit as well. Try another one of those nice and tight with the chest, elbows close together, focusing on that shoulder turn. That one felt pretty good. Again, feeling like a little bit more comfortable, of course, on the mat when you are hitting it 3 yards in front of you instead of hitting to a target out there on the course. Next thing I definitely want to work on is the over the top. Me, I'm a steep player. I kind of get here, hammering down into the ground, and that always gets me over the top. So something I want to work on and have worked on previously is trying to get that club behind me and almost feel like I'm turning and leaving the club back here, feeling like I'm turning in. That helps me get a little bit shallower, a little bit more on plane, and of course a little bit more in to out as well, which as long as I'm neutral, I don't really care about in or out as far as swing path goes. So definitely something trying to almost feel like my lower body's going, leaving the club behind me. And one of the routines I like to work in, I don't know if you can see it here, I like to almost feel like this foot is out sideways. It restricts me from turning my hips back, so I feel like I can get through a little bit quicker. And I almost like to do that step drill as well that you see, kind of the stepping into it, making sure those hips get through. Those are a couple of the things I try to work on. Let's hit a couple more, see if we can implement that a little bit too. I almost feel like I'm on the backswing, restricting that hip turn to get the separation from hips and shoulders. That's something that makes me feel like I'm actually getting a better shoulder turn, because at times I can be really big on my hip turn and there's no separation up here, killing that power for me. So try to hit a couple and restrict that hip turn a little bit, or feel like I am. That felt pretty good. I'll just hit a couple, see if we can get that feeling we're looking for. Now we really want to, next couple, focus on neutralizing that path as well. See if we can get a couple more down the line, not over the top here. Really focusing on getting that elbow trapped underneath and forcing me to take that club from inside and go out with it. That one felt pretty good as well. It's always nice to get on the mat after you've just played 9 holes worth of not hitting one good iron shot, and then the first 3 or 4 you hit are perfect. Let's keep it going. I'm really, for me, almost as well, another thing, I know a bunch of things I'm thinking about, but I am not worried about length of backswing. I almost have heard Rory talk about it. He's always thinking about keeping the club where your hands are in front of his chest. And to me, that helps me feel like I'm shortening the swing, which is okay with me. If I get the shoulder turn, similar to what you see with Jon Rahm, his shoulder turn is much more than what you would see for average players, but his backswing looks short. It's because his arms are not overextending, it's just those shoulders. Something I try to feel like I'm doing, and then once you do that, you really are getting a good turn. But almost feeling like you're shortening the swing, for me, has been a good thing. not a great strike there, but felt like that was a pretty good feeling with path. See if we can hit a few more here before we get too dark. That one felt like a really good turn. And just trying to really focus on contact, and hopefully it's reflecting a little bit more of a neutral path coming through the ball as well. This one gonna really try to focus in on it, get that thing inside the out. Almost feeling like we're hitting a big push. That one felt good. Got a handful more. We'll just run through, see if we can make 5 more good swings. Appreciate you guys jumping in and just getting a little bit of my brain, what I work on, and maybe it'll help you as well when you go out there and hit balls too. Well, so far as contact goes, I would take every one of those. Definitely the biggest weakness I'm seeing right now is, as you can hear, I think part of it's cold, but part of it just out of shape. Got to get more fit, got to get stronger. And that's going to improve a lot in the game. So that definitely been the focus. I've been out running, been working out again, trying to get back into some shape so we can get back to playing fun golf. That one, thin, probably the worst feeling swing so far. Might be losing some momentum, so last 3, really want to finish strong. Good setup, good feeling, elbows tight, good turn, really get that path neutral. Path felt okay there, chunked it a little bit. All right, a couple more. Don't want to end on some bad ones here. Good setup. Relax knees a little bit. Let's get nice and tall. Try to be athletic here. That one felt a little better. All right. One more. Let's see if we can finish strong. One more good one. Really focus on those elbows nice and tight, neutral shoulders. One thing I didn't mention for me as well, very prone to opening up the shoulders, feeling like I'm getting more towards the target. But in that, when you open those shoulders up, a lot easier to get over the top as well. So something to keep in mind, trying to keep those shoulders in line with your target. Don't creep too far open, that's easy to do. All right, one more good one. Okay, decent contact, could have been worse. Well, that was a little bit of good practice. Got some good swing thoughts in, something to work on, a couple of things I'm working on. Hopefully that helps you guys as well. Feel free to throw down in the comments some of the things that you might see that I could improve on, or some tips that you have. Would love to see those. Appreciate you guys jumping on. I'll see you for the next one. See ya.